Hello, everyone. This is Diane Mikowski, the massage mentor, coming to you live. I've been doing massage since 1996 and have not taken a paycheck from any other business other than massage since 1996. And I have a beautiful, beautiful woman with us today. Hello, Sommer.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
And we're excited. I'm excited. I know a tiny little bit about Qigong, but I don't know very much. And you volunteered to talk to us a little bit about it. How long have you been practicing?
Well, in 1996, when I was attuned to first degree Reiki, I learned about Qi Gong. It was in my Reiki handbook by Diane Stein. So I started looking at Qi Gong at that time. I didn't start really practicing Qi Gong though until about 5 years ago. And
Oh,
so
cool.
I
And
took
you're,
a, I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, no, after you, after you.
I took a certification program to be an instructor for Qigong last year, and I've been teaching ever since.
Oh, cool. And how are you enjoying the teaching versus just being a student in a class?
It's very rewarding. Currently, excuse me, my voice, getting over a cold. Currently, I am volunteering Qigong at the Caring Place, which is a center for people who are going through cancer. Can come and have holistic services. And so I also have a self-care class that is approved through the state of Nevada for licensed massage therapists. And so I do a self-care with Qigong a couple times a year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So, can you, just for those who are not familiar with it, I was amazed that Qigong has been a practice for over 2,000 years. And I'm just wondering if you could, maybe just tell people that might be watching a little bit more about what it looks like and a little bit more about Qigong.
Sure. So Qigong has been
Feel
around.
free to bust some moves over there too out there.
Okay.
And
Qigong has been around for thousands of years, like you said. There's actually three different types of Qigong. We have martial Qigong, which is known to be hidden, mysterious, deep.
I like deep.
We Yeah, we have a spiritual Qigong,
I like
which is
spiritual.
I do too, which is about gathering and enlightening and honing your energy. And then we have what's called medical Qigong. And medical Qigong is the type of Qigong that I practice. And it's the type
Mm,
of Qigong that you more readily see here in the Western world.
okay.
And that is about purging, tonifying, and regulating our energies. So if we take a look at Qigong, Qi meaning energy and information, and Gong meaning cultivation. So Qigong is
I love this
uh,
stuff.
gathering, um, gathering this beautiful energy that is all around us and in all life forms. And we do this and we cultivate this to improve our own state of life. And we do this also to be able to have a deeper quality of life, which will then give us a longer form of longevity. So when we look at medical Qigong, I said it was the art of purging. So it's purging all of those unwanted feelings, unwanted emotions that we just get from going through normal day-to-day life. We call these acquired emotions. You get irritated with the person who's driving in front of you, or you have some sadness because of a death or loss in the family, things of that nature. So we want to purge those unwanted emotions. We also have these virtuous qualities that we are born with: kindness, compassion, things of that nature. So we then tonify these virtuous qualities within ourselves. And then we regulate that through the body. So it expands through the circulatory system, through the endocrine system, through all of the parts of our body. So we have this nice heightened sense of well-being through Qigong.
So one of the things that I'm really excited about, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about the fact that there's there's almost like this thing happening with emotional wellness and body work that I think was more, in the 90s. I feel like we discussed it more. A lot of people came to me because they were bundled up emotionally, and we were going to help them, unwind. I think we used to call it more, and
Yes.
release the emotions. So this is really
Yes.
cool. Sounds really cool to me. The medical qigong actually too is then focusing a little bit on maybe some of those holding patterns or those emotions that maybe we haven't dealt with, and kind of in a very gentle, flowy way, helping us kind of purge those. That is awesome. I
Yes.
like it. I like
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So,
And the exercises, they're simple, but they're very powerful. So I can help somebody with Qigong as young as 4, as old
mm,
as 100. Just like any other type of exercise, there's always modifications. So we can do Qigong sitting, we can do it standing.
okay, so how one of the things that I have written down here is could you but I feel like we already discussed a lot of the benefits of qigong, meaning it's going to help our body to flow better with the universe in general, help us move some emotional patterns. Do you have anything else kind of that you want to add to some of the benefits that people will find from doing qigong? Especially, could we even think about a little bit of about the people in the bodywork business, since you are doing a class especially for body workers?
Sure. So when we take a look, especially as massage therapists, we tend to take in energy, right? We are a conduit of energy, and it can be quite taxing on us, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and energetically. So Qigong is a great way to help alleviate that. And the exercises, because they're physical exercises, not only does it help us emotionally to alleviate the tension, but the physical exercises are very helpful. For example, there's a particular exercise, I love it. It's called hands to heart. You can Google most of this stuff on YouTube. We love technology for these things, right?
Right.
And so hands to heart is really the art of loosening the hands and getting to understand the energy in the hand via heightening the sensory nerves. And so I'm happy to try to get my phone here to
Yes.
play with you
Yes.
just a bit.
Demonstration.
So I
Yes.
can do just a quick little demonstration of it if I can. Please bear with me. So if we took a look at hands to heart, we would start with top chopping, and then bottom chopping, and then thumb web chopping, wrist chopping, right? And so this is the first part of it. And then we get to actually working into the meridian, so working into the heart, into the lung, into the large intestine, right? These types of things. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to gather, warm up the hands, and do some chi splashing, and gather it again. And if you start
Sure.
to do this with me, yes, and do some chi waving, and then gather some more, and do a little bit of chi pulsing, you start to feel those
Ah, just
sensory
that quick.
nerves. So you can start to feel like this nice energy around the hands. And so then you have this energy and you can start to hone in on your awareness with this energy and pull it
Mm,
apart and bring it back together. You can put it into places that you need it,
I
right?
love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love this.
that's hands to heart.
Oh, that's awesome.
For massage therapists, because we're using our little fingers all the time, I really emphasize this particular type of exercise because it's going to help with the pliability, flexibility of the hands and alleviate
Awesome.
that physical tension. Uh, when we go back to, like I said, purging, and we would do something like 8 sections of brocade, which is also known as the Wa Du Jin. This dates back to many, many dynasties when the emperors were wanting their soldiers to last. And how are we going to get our soldiers to last?
Right.
So they created these exercises to be able to keep them nice and heightened with energy and vitality so they could fight. And we now have rerouted that and kind of removed the violence from it, right? But we utilize it to move the meridians. So if you take a look, let's say, at draw the bow to align with the eagle.
That's what I have drawing the bow. That was one of my
Very
questions. Just
nice.
because I love the names too. The
The
names seem like
names are
they didn't
so,
just like pull those out of a hat.
yeah, no,
No.
no. And, and
They're
I
well thought out.
Yes, and I have found a lot of diversity within the names, but the one thing that doesn't change are the exercises. So when you take a look at drawing the bow, you're actually pulling through the lung, right? And then when you're letting this go with a sound, like the 6 healing sounds, which is like releasing that steam from the radiator, if you will. So it's really nice because you stimulate this meridian by swiping through, putting that thumb right into that lung point. It might be a little tender there,
That is
and
so
then
cool.
just letting that emotion go. When we take a look at the lungs and what they correlate with those emotions, sadness, grief.
Fear.
Fear is
Fear
more,
one of them?
fear's there,
Kidneys.
but fear's in
Kidneys.
the kidneys, that's right.
She knows her stuff. She knows her stuff.
Different exercise. But you got it,
Um,
Diane. You got it. You did your homework.
I did. Another name that I thought was pretty cool, and you might know what it is Immortal Looks to Heaven. You know
Right.
that one? But where do they cut these names? Are awesome. I don't want to keep you too long. Do you have time for more to tell
Totally.
me about one more?
Keep me as long as you need. So when you take a look at the Chinese culture, just in general, they're very much so like the Native American culture. So a lot of these names come from earthly and heavenly energies, and the energies that we can then collect from the earth and the heavens. So this
Love
kind of
that.
predates Christianity and all of these other
Sure.
things when we were really looking at the beautiful earth and the universe as a way to stay in touch. And that's where these names come from. And even just in looking, I actually teach a massage therapy program to Chinese students, and their names are beautiful. And they mean like big sky and trickling water and all of these types of things. So yes, so that's where they stem from.
I think we should hang out. And what you're doing is you're bringing another point to my mind that one of my teachers taught me. A long time ago, I took a survival class and with Tom Brown. I don't know if you guys know who Tom Brown is, but one of his big things is he was like, people, nature is not a background. It's our reality. It's how we live. It's not just something we point at and say it's pretty. It's something that
Correct.
we need. It's how we exist. It's how we
Absolutely.
thrive. The more we feel it, the more we, I think that we're of sounder mind and body. So I love how they tie it. They seem to tie every aspect of everything into these
Well,
Qigong
it's
moves.
swimming in the Tao, and it's a very Taoist type of exercise, which absolutely connects you to nature.
That's awesome.
Yes.
What else do I have here? I think you know what I think we covered a lot, and I like to keep them a little on the shorter side so people actually watch the whole thing and can learn. So, is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to leave us with?
I can't think of anything that I want to leave you with outside of saying, oops, hold on. Outside of saying thank you so much for
Oh my
having
gosh,
me, I invite everybody to just go check out YouTube. Type in Qi Gong. There's so many different exercises, and if you have a Qi Gong dojo in your community, go take a Qi Gong class. Don't take my word for it. as what it can do. Go
Right.
experience it yourself.
It
I'm sure you
sounds so
won't regret
cool.
the hour that you spend.
It sounds so cool. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. And I'm going to end the broadcast, but if you would hang tight for 1 minute, I'd love to talk to you for a couple more minutes. And
Okay.
again, this is Diane, the massage mentor, live.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for coming and talking with us. And we'll be in touch again and be on the air again soon.